Oh, come on, your video's there somewhere. Where is it? Don't tell me it didn't record.
Hi everybody, welcome to our YouTube video presenting the theories about the chaotic world we live in.
You don't have to be loud, you know.
Oh, sorry.
No, I mean for the video.
I'm Eric, this is Mason.
Hey, what's going on?
We're live from the Cadillac in Gloversville, New York.
Whoa.
We don't go into a shack, we stay in the Cadillac.
Oh man, it's gotta throw the rhyme in there. I like that.
I'm a rhyme guy. A little rhythm and blues. So we're going to talk to you about many ideas and thoughts that we have on the chaotic world we live in, the chaotic universe. Like Mason had mentioned to me, that it's chaotic, right? So like nothing makes sense. It's not made for us to make sense. We could have ideas about it, but our being here in this world that we live in, there's no justification or knowledge about it. Just theories. Everybody has thoughts, and nobody's wrong or right. Everybody has the right ideas or wrong ideas in other people's minds, but it doesn't matter because every individual is correct. Whatever you believe is good. So we're going to talk to you about many ideas. We just wanted to lift our platform and get it going, and we hope that we get a lot of viewerships, and we have a lot of ideas on everything. We could talk to you for hours and hours nonstop, and we have ideas. Some of them you might agree with, some of them you might disagree with, but just enjoy it. So, what do you think, Mason? This is our first leap of getting our platform off the ground. We've been talking about this for about a week and a half now, but it's time to go into go mode.
Right.
So we're getting down deep. Things might get really deep. You might not be able to handle the deepness, but we're gonna try to make sense for you.
For real.
So let's talk about so what do you think about the universe? What's your thoughts, Mason, based on your ideas of how the universe became the being and our creation and why we're here and what's going on here in this chaotic world?
So I think what we should be talking about is let's talk about the channel first. What does the channel revolve around? And the beginning, everything. Right. What is the universe as? Everyone sees it as.
Right.
If you could come up with one word to describe what it all is, what would that one word be?
What is that one word to you?
What do you think it would be?
Chaotic, nonsensical, unknown, total out of control, unpredictable.
So my take on it is the universe has no rules. There's no rules to the universe, but it can be summed up to one word. That one word is chaos.
Chaos, right?
It's chaos.
It's very chaotic.
We have theories about everything, but they're not proven. They're all theoretical ideas by professional scientists, astrophysicists, all that.
But what makes them right? What is science, and how do they? What makes their theories or their scientific viewpoints accurate? What distincts them from this everyday average people like you and me having our own philosophy or our own theories on things? What makes them special? What is the correct decipheration about the universe and stuff? Why are they correct in their view? They're just like you and me. Like I started saying,
exactly.
Everybody's view is correct.
Yeah.
Nobody is right. Nobody's wrong. It's your view. You live here. You're here for a short period of time, and you have your own thoughts and your own moral guidance on everything. So, science, okay, it's supposed to be proven. It's supposed to be factual, but what is facts? Like, how do you know what a fact is? Is it just acceptable? Like, where did they derive the language, the mathematics, and where did that all come from? It's something that we adopted, so it's conditioning. We're conditioned to believe in the science. but the science is just a theory. Yeah, they could try to prove it, through their laboratories and their.
I think you got your main idea, across, but we can branch off that in all directions with that.
But I like what you're saying though.
But that's basically the basis of the channel, though.
So the universe in general is chaotic. Like you said, there's no rules, there's no direction.
I think that's where we get hung up in the details, but everyone
Right.
tries to put rules to it and try to make sense of it, and that's where they're wrong. We're not supposed to understand it, but
It's there's no right or wrong,
no,
right?
that's what it is.
It is just chaotic.
It's just a chaos,
Like
theorem that
like
we got.
like you were talking the other day about black holes and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're
I'm
just
like,
trying to understand them, and they're
oh,
having difficulty understanding it. But I
now
know they got many theories of their own.
now black holes, like matter, white matter goes into the black hole, and then I understand through science that creations of other planetary and solar systems come out of the back end of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So did we go through that process? Our world that we live in today, did that go through a black hole and come out the other end? Are we a product of a black hole's regeneration of a universe and a solar system that we live in?
I was just watching a documentary on this, and they're just going on about it, and they think they have proven it. Like it's a cycle, if you will.
Right.
A never-ending cycle, in and out,
In and out, right?
infinity.
So
And that's where it really gets crazy when we talk about infinity.
well, let's go ahead with that and touch base with the infinity idea.
Oh man,
What's your thoughts on that?
that's way too much there. We got to give it time.
Is it really infinity, or are we living in a sporadic, spear-like shaped universe? Does it have a beginning and an end?
That's not an easy question to answer.
And how do you prove that it does?
Right.
And how do you prove that it doesn't?
Right.
If I go out in one point from this planet, will I come back to this planet eventually? It's like, wormholes and all that. We can get into the wormholes and those ideas, but I think that our solar system was a product of a black hole. But who am I to say that that's correct? But that's my idea. Like, I know black holes regenerate white matter into solid production planets and stuff in solar systems.
Totally. Yeah.
So, what do you think about that? So everybody out there has their viewpoints, and like I say, nobody is right or wrong. It's your view, and that's the problem with society today. Everybody has to be right, but who's right? Who's to say you're right and I'm wrong? It's just what your beliefs are. So I think humankind should just accept everybody's beliefs and just have discussions about it, but nobody's right or wrong. What do you think about that?
It gets crazy. That's why we put the name to it. That's why it's called chaos.
Because everybody's chaotic. Everybody wants to be. Some of them want to be like right on everything, but nobody's right all the time.
Well, that's just the way of the world, though.
But they are right.
Yeah.
Say I believe in discussions, but I don't think that you should argue during this discussion. You should just appreciate two spiritual beings talking to each other and discussing their beliefs and their viewpoints and their moral guidance. And like I say, this solar system, the universe, the whole chaotic world that we live in, everyday life is chaotic. Getting out and going out to work, taking your chances with traffic is chaotic. But that's the world we're in. And like you said, Mason, there is no rules. And it is kind of it's a controlled, out of control situation. That's what I think.
Well, you nailed it. Everything, you nailed it. Right on the dot.
And another thing that we could touch base with is why are we conditioned? Like, we're conditioned from a kid to go to school And school is a training ground to be productive in work. And then we have to work, right? We have to work to survive. Well, how did that all start? What if we didn't have to work? What if we just lived our lives and were
Ooh,
able to survive without work?
I don't think the system could live that way. I don't think that the world's ready to go backwards. The world just wouldn't work that way. It just shut down.
And that's why
So,
we evolved to where we are. Technology
yeah,
and the productivity of the world
but
is through work.
who does that really serve though? Is the question.
You work all your life. You spend most
Yeah.
of your time at your job, not with your family, and then you have a few golden years left to enjoy it.
That's just not
That's the
right.
way. That's the
That's
way
not
that
right,
we are conditioned. Now,
man.
is that a good idea or a
Mm,
bad idea, or or should we devote some time to work, but most times to family? I think the family's missing out in the productivity, but we need productivity. So how do you get a balance?
that's right. I
Where
think
do we go with that?
I don't know. And we can keep on going and on, but
Like I
I,
say, it's chaotic.
I
It's
think that's a
chaotic.
good start to it though. A good start to the conversation.
And like we're gonna touch base on everything. There's nothing that we won't talk about and discuss. And we're not here to insult any viewership. So
Oh,
by all means, we're gonna keep it all civil.
that should go without saying.
So we appreciate, like I say, we're here in the Caddy, and it's on April 9th, 2025. That's our time that we're viewing it. That you're gonna be receiving this viewership probably in the next week or so. And like we're just getting off the ground. So we appreciate you watching, and we're gonna dive into some more topics now. But this is our grand opening per se. Our we're launching our platform today.
No, I think that's a good start, and
Let's
we'll
see,
pick it up from there.
let's see what it says. What do you think?